Hello, this is Evangelist Robert L. McKim Sr. I'm back with the continuing of what I was trying to say before my battery dies here on my camera. The disc that I was talking about for the 2007 Office. Not sure if you guys can see the crack there. See how it's cracked in the disc? Well, see, it won't work in the computer no more. And since it was actually a download to, like I said, my email, they will not. Basically, you buy a program, you don't own the program. You only own the rights to use the program. Microsoft still owns the program. That is what a lot of people don't understand. Microsoft owns your programs. You just buy the rights to use their program. Which isn't right, really, when it comes right down to it. If you buy a program, it should be yours. If you buy something, it belongs to you, not somebody else. And so, a while back, too, when Renee was in college, she bought the academic, it's Office Professional Academic 2010. Well, this disc is kind of getting a little wore out, too. I don't know if you can see that little chip right there in the center. It's not cracked, but there's a chip. So it's getting a little wore out also. Long story short, they do not want to, basically, there is no guarantee on programs. You get a program, and, that's it. One thing, they expect you only to use it on one computer only. And when you end up having to get another computer and another computer and another computer and another computer, because the computer you buy from Amazon or some store might be defective in some way or another, or we bought a Windows 8 program from somebody on Amazon. Renee has been installing that on a few computers. Well, every time she installs it on a computer, it messes up the internet on that computer. Well, she just did here. Just let me turn this around here so you can see this computer right here. She had a laptop, and then she traded that laptop for that computer right there. It's an all-in-one desktop computer. An HP. She put the disk, Windows 8 upgrade disks into the computer. Now it has no wireless internet. None whatsoever. It wiped out the driver for the wireless internet. There's something wrong with that Windows 8 program. I called Microsoft, and they were trying to give me the runaround. Since I bought it from somebody on Amazon, I gotta make Amazon to make it right. Like I said, they do not want to be responsible for a disk or a program that they made and that they wrote. A lot of people out there do like Windows 8, but personally, I do not. Renee likes Windows 8 because she can click on the icons. I don't like Windows 8. There are a lot of other people out there that don't like Windows 8. There's a lot of people that don't like Windows 7. But when Microsoft is no longer going to support Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8 is it. If you don't like it, then lump it, more or less, they're saying. Well, you know what? Microsoft, I and a bunch of other people are tired of having stuff rammed down our throats that we don't want or like. It's like, for instance, every time I get a download on my computer, they want to download Internet Explorer 10 and 11. I don't like it. It doesn't work right. Well, let me finish before my battery dies. Okay, I bought the book from the original author, Mark Blitz, Blood Moons, Decoding the Intimate Heavenly Signs. I know a lot of people's going to say, well, you don't know the day of the hour, you don't know the day of the hour, you don't know the day of the hour. Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. No, we don't know the day. I can't say it's Thursday at noon. Nobody can say it's Thursday at noon. No, there's been people that has predicted things like that. Oh, it's going to happen on this year, at this day, at this time. You can't do that. But you can, and you're supposed to know the seasons, the signs of the seasons. Seasons is called Moed in the original Hebrew, which means God's appointed seasons, or, in other words, feasts. Appointed feasts. That's what this man has been trying to say. That these blood moons, the eclipse, are all occurring on when? God's seasons, God's appointed feasts. As a warning, a harbinger. Also, in I've been, trying to tell people here in 1 Corinthians 15, with verses 51 to 53, where it talks about the last trumpet is when Jesus is returning. That's the key right there. The last trump. The last trumpet. The last trumpet call is when the rapture is going to take place. Not before anything happens. Because in Matthew 24:29 it says immediately after. Immediately after. That's the last trumpet. I also wanted to say, before I get off here, I've been having some problems with my van, my brake. I don't know. It's been making a weird noise for a good long while. My battery's about ready to die here. Anyhow, like a grinding and kind of like a rubber sound. Well, I finally took it into a garage, and they told me that at first they thought it was my wheel bearing, front wheel bearing. Then I had to take the wheel bearing back and get new brake pads and a stabilizer link. It was broke on the passenger side, rubbing on the axle. They said that was making the noise. So I've been putting a lot of money into my van, here lately for repairs. And of course, do a lot of running around and getting parts and taking to the garage. Finally, they had me get also new rotors. Thing is, I put new rotors and new brake pads. The brake pads had lifetime warranty on them. Little over 2 years ago. It was 2 years in December. Unbeknownst to me, the rotors only had a 2-year warranty. I finally found the receipt with God's help. 'Cause I prayed for God to help me find the original receipt, and I found it and took it to AutoZone, and they said, sorry, the rotors are no longer under warranty, but my brake pads were. So I got a little bit of money back on the brake pads. But still, it's still making the noise, and after driving around in Dover, New Philly area, and then driving it back home, the lug nuts on the front of my vehicle were hot, very hot to the touch. And on the way home also, I was getting